Morning, all. All right, so we're going to start off today talking about a draft pick. And at number 6, the Columbus Blue Jackets are drafting. This feels like a pick that might be in play. It feels like a pick that may end up being moved. And again, it's because when I'm looking through this year's draft class, it is so all over the place. Like, I'm seeing guys who are rated like 15th to 20th on one list, rated 5th or 6th on another. So here we are, number 6 in the consolidated rankings. I'm at number 6 in the draft. I'm picking Columbus for David Jiricek, a defenseman, and it feels like it's too predictable. And yet, I was going through other guys like Cutter Gauthier, Connor Geeky, other players who are relatively well thought of prospects that could go in this spot, but I couldn't see them going ahead of Jiricek. Jiricek's 6'3", 191 centimeters for those who measure in centimeters, 190 pounds or 86 kilos. So he's got NHL projectable size, and he's been playing against men. And for the record, he's also one of the older players in this draft class. He turns 19 in November. So you're getting a player who's already played against men, a little physically more mature than some of the other players you might take in the draft. There just weren't reasons I could find other than just to be different to put anybody else at the spot in the playlist. His strengths: teamwork, shot blocking, puck handling, passing, speed. So again, if you're going to be high in a draft class, you pretty much have to be a fast skater. It almost feels like it's redundant for me to put that up because almost all of the top prospects are going to be seen as very fast skaters, or at the very least, better than average, right? Now, it could be Nemitz, it could be Jiricek that goes first. And that's one of those debates we're going to hear when the draft gets rolling. Who gets taken first in the 2022 draft? You can make arguments for Jiricek. The physical argument is there. The safe draft pick is there. It feels like Jiricek might be the safer of the two picks. Nemitz might have the higher ceiling overall, but at the very least, the floor, the least you can expect, Jiricek might be a little higher when it comes to the floor than Nemitz. But again, we'll see how it turns out. And the reports show he's a good two-way defender. Knee surgery didn't hurt his position in the draft. He rocketed up the draft. He was seen as a top 10 pick. Now we have him at 6. A lot of different, I want to say publications, but online sites have him at least 6th. So the consolidated rankings on Elite Prospects has him at 6th. So the average. Elite Prospects themselves, they have him at 2. HockeyProspect.com has him at 7, and Bob McKenzie of TSN also has him at 7. So really, this year's draft class, there are differing opinions on every prospect. But with Jiricek, it seems to be that he is a good two-way defender. That knee surgery didn't hurt his standing. He had that. He still goes to the World Championships and plays well. And he played well against men in the Czech League. So playing in that Czech League pulls in 29 games, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. I apologize to any Czech speakers if I said pulls in wrong, but, I'm doing my best. So anyways, 29 games, 11 points. That's pretty good for European League, and especially good for an 18-year-old defenseman learning his way around. And he's had multiple years playing against men. So this is good. If you're an NHL team, you might be able to draft him, maybe pick him up. And hey, by pick him up, I mean give him his entry-level contract, and maybe he makes the team next year. Now, Columbus, they have the starting of what could be a very good defense there. Yeah, Jiricek, you might speed that up a little bit. And so I think they're a good pick. I was also looking to see if maybe there might be a Finn player that they might take, considering their general manager being Kekalainen and all that. But yeah, Jiricek to me seemed like the best bet for being taken in this spot. At the under 20s, 8 games, 5 assists for him in that. The World Championships, he actually had a goal and an assist in 5 games at the World Championships, again, playing against men. And at the World Juniors, he played the 1 game and he had an assist. So for people who, watch all the international tournaments, he's played well. And so, yeah, we'll see whether or not he or Nemitz is the first one off the board. I don't think you can go wrong at the draft table between the two players. They're different defensemen. Again, it feels like Nemitz might be the one that scores more points. Jiricek might not score as many points, but as a two-way defenseman, looks like he's going to be solid. So yeah, there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Where do you think Jiricek goes in the draft? Who do you think takes him? Could it be Columbus? Could it be somebody picking after him? And again, could this be a draft pick that Columbus looks at and says, you know what, at 6th, we think we could really improve our team if we move down. Maybe they want to move up. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.